Hi, I'm Ken Leibow, and today I'm going to give you a very detailed review of new earbuds I bought from LG, which is Life is Good. And LG's a model that we're going to look at today is their latest model called Tone Free HBS-FN6. I know that's a mouthful. Before we get into the review, let me first tell you why I needed to buy new earbuds. So for the last 3 years or more, I guess last 3 years, I've been using the Beats Solo wireless earbuds here, which they have the chip to connect with my iPhone and my iPad, and they've been great. I really used them a lot over the years, but unfortunately, the right ear is not working anymore, and that's because this wire in here must be loose, and then when I jiggle it, I can sometimes hear out of the ear and sometimes I can't. So I needed to replace it. So I got an advertisement for these Jive for very inexpensive. They kind of look like the Apple AirPods for like $39 for like half the price. And I said, hey, let me just buy these real quick and give them a shot. And unfortunately, they're not very good. They only hold a charge for about a little under 2 hours. And sometimes the left one doesn't even charge. So I guess the connectors here are not too good. So I know you see a lot of ads for Jive, Jive, but I would recommend not buying them. Okay, so now it's time for me to find a new set of earbuds and do some serious research. So I did. I watched every YouTube video, read every review you could possibly think of, and really saw the good, the bad, the comparisons of all the best ones out there. And I decided that the LG was the one for me, okay? And I will tell you why. So let's start with the price. So comparatively, from a feature functional perspective and a quality perspective, it does compare to the latest Apple AirPods Pro. But from a price perspective, it's much cheaper. So the AirPod Pros from Apple are $249 today. Okay, not sure if there's tax on that and or shipping if you're buying it online. When LG Tone first came out, this model came out, I guess it came out earlier this year. It was originally priced at $149.99. And then if you go to their website and a lot of other websites, even some Amazon searches, it was $129.99. I was able to get it for $126.99. Now I did get charged tax in North Carolina, which added another $15 to it. I think we're like 7.5% or something on our tax. Okay, but I am an Amazon Prime member, so I did get free delivery. However, when I first ordered it, it gave me a date of delivery 3 weeks out. I don't know if that means they were on back order or there was a problem with distribution or whatever. But then all of a sudden, like many things that happen on Amazon, they give you this date sometimes that's way out there, then all of a sudden it's going to show up in a week. And that's what it did. I got it in a week. So so I didn't get the 2-day delivery free, but 1 week was a lot more palatable than having to wait 3 weeks or more for it. Here's the box the earbuds came in from LG. You can see this is showing a picture of the case with the earbuds inside. And on the back it says Tone Free picture of the earbuds. Inside the box, you obviously have the case, and the case comes in 2 colors. Same thing with the earbuds, black or white. The black case is a little bit matte. It's matted, so it's got a little bit of a texture to it. And the white one, I understand, is glossy like the Apple case is. I kind of like the one that's more matted, feels better in your hands. As far as size is concerned, it's just a little bit thicker than the Apple case, but diameter-wise, it's smaller. and it's round, so the shape is different, obviously, and it fits really well in your pocket. When you open it up here, just pop it open, opens up real quick. You see a blue light, which is great for nighttime when you want to put your, put it back in the case if it's dark. You can find it easier, the left and the right. Also, this is a light for charging and other things that we'll talk about. On this side is where you can plug in your USB-C cable in the case. And then there is a button here for connecting and charging and other things that we're going to go over those features. Also in the case, obviously it's a USB-C charging cable. And the ear tips and the manual also come in the box. Now, as far as the ear tips are concerned, the already on the earbuds is the medium size, and then you have small and large. Whatever fits better for you for comfort is what the extras are in this bag. Okay, in this review for the LG tone-free HBS-FN6, we're going to talk about 6 categories. First one is price, which we already talked about, because everyone wants to know what it costs before you even get into the details. So we covered the cost already. The second one is medical, and that sounds very strange for earbuds, but that's one of the reasons that I was very interested in buying these. The third item we're going to cover is about the charging, the kind of charging it does, and the battery life. 4 is the app. LG has an app for iPhone, or iOS, and for Android, which has got really some slick features to it. 5 is we have the controls, and the last item we're going to cover is the sound for phone, for music, etc., and the quality of the sound. The one thing that's the most unique about these earbuds is that they have a UV nano charging case which kills 99.9% of bacteria. In the age of COVID, everyone's worried about everything being sanitary, and that's super cool. So basically what you do is you put the earbuds in the case, you close it, and then you take the USB cable here, USB-C cable, and you'll see it's blinking pink. So it takes 10 minutes, blinks pink for 10 minutes, and after the 10 minutes, it stops blinking, and then the bacteria is killed. And you're like, well, bacteria on earbuds, where does that come from? Well, it's not about your ears being not clean or sanitary. It's really your hands are the worst. So people that handle these little earbuds and you're touching it with your hands, you're putting all kinds of bacteria on it. And if you ever use a tester on it, it would gross you out, the results. And secondly, if you just lay them down on a table, it picks up dust and other germs and dirt. So you can feel comfortable that after you use these earbuds and you put them back in the case, and if you plug in USB-C cable 10 minutes later, the UV light that's in there will kill all the bacteria. So that's the first thing. The second item are these ear tips. They are medical grade hyperallergenic. And basically those that may have some problem with silicone or rubber that may irritate your ears or create some type of allergic reaction, this material will not cause that problem. At the same time, they are super, super comfortable. I left them in for 4 hours, music, TV, phone calls, and they were really comfortable. Didn't even know they were there sometimes when I was busy. And the last thing I want to mention under medical is that it is IPX4 sweat and rainproof. The Apple iPods are IPX4 Pros or IPX4 as well. The IPX scale goes from 1 to 8. 8 meaning that you can submerge it in 3 feet of water. I think there's only one earbud in the market that's an actual IPX 8. But this is great. And what's good about it is they won't slip out. So if you're using it for exercise, they're not going to slip out of your ears. And again, if it's raining or whatever, it shouldn't be a problem, or sweating, and you still maintain all of that comfort. All right, we're going to talk about charging now. Now, what I want to tell you is that this case is a wireless. It works with wireless chargers. And you can see that it charges on the wireless charger. There you go. And so it's blinking. I think it's already pretty much charged. I've been charging it the whole time. Also, of course, we have the USB-C cable here, which just plugs into the port, and you can charge it that way. So there's 2 ways to charge it. But very important, if you want to use the UV light bacteria killer feature, you can't use the wireless charger for that. You have to use USB-C cable, and I guess it needs some more power. And it runs, again, it only takes 10 minutes. It blinks pink, stops blinking, and you're good to go. All right, another reason I like these earbuds that attracted me to them was the battery life. And here are the specs on it. You get 6 hours of music playback. That's huge. 12 hours in case, which is equivalent to two good charges. So in total, you'll have 18 hours before you'd have to charge the case. So that's a lot of listening time. And once the earbuds wear down, the 6 hours, you put it in the case. In 5 minutes, you get 1 hour of playback time. Now, as great as that is, and people test it, some of them say it's a little less than that or whatever on the music playback. It depends on what you're using it for, I guess. But it's pretty accurate. But it does add 1 hour more playback time to, let's say, the AirPod Pros, for example, or maybe a couple others. Because what I learned is that because these earbuds have noise reduction, but not noise cancellation. And noise cancellation feature does drain the battery more by at least 30 minutes, okay, in comparison overall. Okay, so that's the fundamental difference, staying in this category level of earbud. And so the battery is fantastic, which makes me really happy. Okay, let's talk about connecting the earbuds and the case with my iPhone X. And it was very easy to pair the first time. It just automatically paired. It says you can hold the button for 2 seconds, but it just pairs it right away. Pretty simple. If I go to my Bluetooth, you'll see that it's connected to both the earbuds and the case. Very simple. And now here's the fun part, the app, which I think the app is super cool. So, oops, let me open up the app for the first time so you can kind of see, get the little animation going. The app loads. Now, the first time, just to warn everyone, the first time I opened the app, there was a software download. It took like about 15 minutes to download and install. So that took a while, but the software is up to date. See, it's showing me that both of my earbuds are 100% charged. So let's walk through this app. There is ambient sound. What is ambient sound? That means that if I'm outside and I'm jogging and walking, or exercising, whatever, and I want to hear some of the sound outside, cars coming, sirens going, I don't want, even though it doesn't do full noise cancellation, it does, keep all the noise out. And the ambient sound you can hear your voice talk and hear some things around you, and you can adjust it. It sounds a little artificial, but at least it works. Okay? Next, you have the equalizer settings. This is super cool. So if you want to know what they mean, like if I touch natural, it gives you a description at the bottom. I keep this one called immersive. I think it sounds good. Offers some expansive sound. Okay, there's also a bass boost, natural, and a treble boost. And if you really want to do customization, you can create custom settings. You hit edit, then you can do all kinds of cool things with it. Drag things up and whatever. I'm just going to reset. I just keep mine on immerse, but you can play with the settings. There's a touchpad lock. Not sure if that works good because I think when I had it on, I was trying to work with the controls and it wasn't working. So I think it's supposed to be when it's not in use, it locks it. So I keep that open. The notification settings, this blew my mind. This, like, if you want to hear text messages and emails, stuff like that, it reads it to you. But what's really crazy is, especially someone like me who's very active on social media and gets a lot of messages, every time a message popped up, even in LinkedIn, it would read me the message somebody sent me. So it kept interrupting what I was doing. So I have that turned off for now, but I thought that was unbelievable. My notification center's on, and every time something pops up, it reads it to you. So that was pretty wild. The touchpad settings, so these are the predetermined ones, but you can customize them. But so you play, stop, or hang up and answer your phone left and right ears with either one tap, two taps, or three taps. And by the way, this is the earbuds are glossy, but the actual touchpad is, if you can, it's hard to see because it's black, but you can see it there. It's kind of matted, so you just touch anywhere on there, and you get all the controls. It works pretty simple. So those are the touchpad settings. It does have a cool feature called Find My Earbuds. So if you had them separated, I haven't even tried this, but you just, if you had them lost somewhere, you can say, let me find my left one, it's gone. And it plays a sound. And you guys can't hear it. There it goes, I hear it. And you have to walk around and hear it. And if I do the right one, there's the right one. So I don't know if you're picking it up, but I hear it fine. So it's cool. By the way, these are magnetic. So these earbuds are magnetic. And they do say on the top, you'll see the letter L or R, so you know which one's the right. This is the left one, and that's the right one. And because of the magnet, it sticks right in the case. Very simple. It's pretty, so very easy. Put it in, okay? Find My Earbuds, we went over that. Software update. User manual. So it's an online, or it's an interaction user manual. You just scroll, tells you how to use everything. Here's one about the charging that I didn't talk about in charging, that if it's blue, the case is more than 80% charged. If it's purple, it's 20 to 80%, and if it's red, it means it's less than 20%. That's the case on the charging. So that's interesting. Yeah, so this is a great app, very easy to use, and so that's it on the app. All right, the last topic we want to talk about is sound, and I know that's very important, and I kind of leave that for last. It's a good way to end it. So first of all, there are two dual MEMS mics. MEMS is a technology, kind of like a wide dynamic range, low distortion. Been around a while, but when I talk to people on the phone, they say I'm very clear, no problem. I think if you have a lot of noise hitting you, sometimes in the test that I saw, the mic on this against the Apple AirPod Pro, the AirPod Pro is a little superior on that, but without a lot of noise, we're talking about in normal circumstances, the mics are very good. It does use Meridian sound technology. For those that don't know what Meridian sound is, Meridian makes, home speakers for your home. They're also the sound system that you see in Jaguars and Land Rovers. So it's a good technology, So LG partnered with Meridian to make the sound. But let's be honest, everybody, that headsets are going to give you better music overall experience than earbuds ever will. And that's really important that you understand that. So, even though we saw settings in there for boosting the bass or boosting the treble, I hear people say, "Well, I'm listening to hip hop music or something that's very heavy bass, and even when I boost the bass, this thing is not very good. The sound isn't very good." Then I hear other people who say, "Wow, for earbuds, the sound is great. This Meridian technology is great for earbuds." So you really can't compare earbuds to headsets, but for earbuds, the music quality, the sound is very good. And it does do a reduction echo cancellation, which is important for phone calls so that you're listening, and when you're talking into the microphone and listening to the phone call, it's crisp, it's clear, and I think that is very important. The last thing that I want to say, which probably means nothing to anybody, but there's this German association. The acronym is TUV. I don't speak German, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce what the words mean. But basically, it's I guess an association or a company that does safety in cars and things like that. And because of all this medical stuff that I talked about this earbuds, they're the only ones. These are the only earbuds ever to be certified by this organization for safety purposes because of all the medical stuff I talked about. So that adds a little bit more credibility or integrity to the medical stuff. And I just didn't mention it earlier, but I just wanted to mention it now. So yeah, so I'm very happy and satisfied. I haven't had these very long, but everything from all my business work and my personal entertainment, and I think this is big time worth the $126 that I pay for it. So I hope this helps you make a decision if you're in the market for some really good quality earbuds. Thank you.